Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? All right, I had made a video, but it's still being reviewed, so I'll just kind of repeat part of what I said on the other video. And that is, I was saying, my apologies for being away for a couple of days. There is a listener who had been trying to reach out to me, and so we did go ahead and connect. And the gentleman's name is Professor Moore, and we had a great conversation about many different subjects. He's more focused in on the videos that where I express my opinion about politics and other things like that. One of the things that had been bothering him, he wanted to know about. He wanted me to explain to him why it is I keep saying word magic after I read articles. So I did a video explaining to you guys what word magic was and try to use an example in there so you can kind of see how word magic works and then the results of word magic if you don't catch it. I had a great conversation with him, and the conversations went on for a very long time. The more we went over things, the more questions he had. And so he called, and we just got carried away talking again. By the time me and him were done chatting, I was pretty exhausted and didn't feel like doing videos, so my apologies. So let's get back to Iraq, because there are some things happening that everybody, I'm sure, is pretty excited about. Before we get started, if you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I certainly do appreciate it. If you're thinking about buying gold and silver, or any other precious metals for that matter, head on over to our friends at Money Metals Exchange. The link is down below in the description. When you purchase over there at Money Metals Exchange, you will now be automatically entered into a chance to get free giveaways. This month, you'll be automatically registered to be one of 3 people who will receive 10 ounces. That's 10 silver eagles each. So head on over to Money Metals, make your purchase, and automatically enter to win. For those of you who are unaware, I do have my own webpage. I can be found at Pimpy's News Network. Over here, I do post videos that I can't post on YouTube without getting in trouble. I also have my own Facebook group called Pimpy's Investment Chat. Over here, we do talk about gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, as well as foreign currency investments. So come on over here and join us. It's free to do so. I can also be found over here on Twitter, MeWe, YouTube, Odyssey, and now I'm on Rumble. For whatever reasons, my videos are not showing up on my channel yet, but I can be found just by going to the search button and typing in Pimpy's Investment Chat. And my videos will pop up for you to check out. If I get kicked off YouTube or I get suspended on YouTube, you can find me on any other one of these social media platforms. Oh yeah, that smile on your face when you know that you single-handedly could be the man who takes down the United States. If you remember correctly, it was Biden who said in his presidential campaign that these people were pariahs and that he was going to go after the Prince bin Salman for what happened to Khashoggi and all that other crap. And all those threats came to bite him back in the ass, because now he's asking Saudi Arabia to produce more oil so that it won't be so expensive. But instead, Prince bin Salman just kind of flipped him a bird and said, I don't think so. And OPEC is going to cut another 1 million barrels. So you guys can look forward to much, much, much higher gas prices. You see, this administration has been tinkering with the data that they report to us, trying to show in favor of this administration before midterms, thinking that would help the Democrats get elected, but it didn't work out that way. So now in these next 2 years, you're going to be able to see inflation climb even higher, unemployment climb even higher, gas prices climb even higher, and the value of the dollar continue to drop. Which means then I'm curious to see how the Iraqi Dinar plays up against the US dollar as the dollar continues to weaken. As you can see here, it is weakening. That's why the parallel exchange rate is dropping and getting closer to the official exchange rate. A rapid drop in dollar prices in Baghdad, Erbil, and the stock exchange shows. The exchange rate of the US dollar against the Iraqi Dinar continued to decline on Sunday on the main stock exchange in the capital of Baghdad and Erbil, the capital of Kurdistan. A correspondent for the news said that the central exchange in Baghdad continued to trade after the closure and recorded at 11:40 at night 1,410 dinars for every dollar, while the price this morning was at 1,475 for every dollar. Says our correspondent pointed out that the selling and selling price decreased in the banking shops in the local markets in Baghdad, where the selling price reached 1,400 dinars for every dollar, while the purchasing price amounted to 1,420 dinars for every dollar. In Erbil, the capital of Kurdistan, the dollar price also fell, with the selling price of 1,431 dinars against the dollar, and buying and purchasing at 1,410 for every dollar. The director of one of the banking offices in Erbil said the stock exchange in the city of Erbil opened today at a decrease in price, which is the first day of its opening. At the beginning of the week, the stock exchange remains closed on Friday and Saturday in Erbil. He added that the determination of the selling price by the central bank is one of the main factors of this decline, and it is expected that price will continue to fall in the coming days as well, especially with the central bank injecting more amounts of money into the market than in previous weeks. On the discrepancy of the selling price is due to the fears of the owners of the banking offices of losses that may be incurred by them with these sudden fluctuations in prices quickly. So the US dollar continues to decline around the world, slowly but surely. At least it's not crashing full throttle. The presidency of the parliament confirmed the imminent adoption of the budget and sends the request to the finance committee. First Deputy Speaker of the Parliament, Mandawi, on Sunday directed the Parliament Finance Committee to expedite the completion of these budget laws and complete its requirements, while noting that the next few periods will witness the second reading of the draft law. This comes during the presidency of Al-Mandawi, a meeting of the Parliamentary Finance Committee in the presence of its president and members to discuss the draft federal public budget law for the years 2023, 24, and 25, according to the statement reported by the news. Al-Mandawi directed the Parliamentary Finance Committee to continue to hold meetings in order to accelerate the completion of the draft budget law and to develop appropriate and accurate mechanisms to complete its requirements, including the formation of subcommittees, and prepare a detailed report on them, noting that the law will focus on meeting people's demands, increasing the allocation of service aspects and investment projects, and activating the private sector. The first deputy of the parliament stressed the keenness of the House of Representatives to scrutinize all paragraphs of the budget, and that the next few period will witness the inclusion of the second reading paragraph of the law on the agenda of the council, pointing out that the people expect their representatives to quickly complete it and vote on it because of the direct connection to their lives. According to the statement, during the meeting, the budget items were discussed. Observations were made on a number of its paragraphs and the importance of making the necessary transfers in a way that contributes to increasing the allocations of the Department of the Regions, reducing the deficit rate, and implementing service and strategic projects, especially those who are lagging. Last week, the Iraq Council of Representatives ended the first reading of the budget federal law of the Republic of Iraq for the fiscal years 2023, 24, and 25. A member of the Parliamentary Finance Committee revealed the previous statement to the news the day of approving the federal budget, stressing that it would be after the Eid al-Adha. So the Finance Committee, the vote on the 2023 budget next month. The Parliamentary Finance Committee set on Sunday the day of the final vote for the 2023 budget. And while noting that the price of a barrel of oil in the budget is good, it confirmed that there is no increase in the price of gasoline and a caprice on the product internally. Committee member Al-Kazimi said in a statement to the official channel that the Finance Committee is serious about discussing and approving the budget, and the official session have begun and will continue to come out with conviction and a joint report to be submitted to the House of Representatives for a purpose of a second reading, noting that the second reading will be completed immediately after the Eid al-Adha. There is seriousness amongst the blocs to pass the budget while taking into account the observations, noting that there is an objection to the development amounts of the regions allocated to 15 governments, which are few. He stated that there are remaining amounts of emergency support allocated to the governments, and it is possible to transfer amounts from ministries to the governments, pointing out the objection to the quotas in the budget can be resolved through dialogue. There's no objection to the price of oil in the budget, which is set at $70. I still feel concerned about that. $70 seems kind of high, But if they actually are going to decrease oil production by $1 million barrels, then a barrel of oil is more likely to be closer to $100. Say there's no increase in the prices of gasoline and or produced internally, and there is a serious tendency to take advantage of the occupying and free gas. So he's saying here that the final vote on the budget will be next May. So we're already going to be past April, going into May. That's not good, man. They need to hurry up and get this done. So I know a lot of you are asking me, what does it mean about the dollar continuing to lose its value? Well, as you can see, the dinar continues to gain strength against the US dollar that's losing strength. So in addition to everything else that's going on in Iraq, I also say keep an eye on the value of the dollar. As it continues to drop, other currencies will rise up against it. I caught all kinds of flack for that, but as you can see, what I was saying was accurate. This is going to allow the Iraqi dinar to continue to go up in increments. Unless there is some significant drop in the value of the dollar, then the dinar should go up in increments in a short period of time. I'm actually keeping an eye on what's going on with Saudi Arabia, as they have requested to join the BRICS nations. So it looks like a number of countries around the world are joining together to fight the US dollar. So people are asking me, what do you think? Do you think these countries can kill the US dollar? Well, here's my answer to that. You see, it's not that those countries by themselves or even jointly could do anything to the US dollar. They need inside help in order to destroy the dollar. The government is attacking the dollar. So, had it not been for the help of these corrupt politicians, we would be doing a whole lot better. Anyways, you guys let me know what you think. I look forward to your comments, and I'll get back at you later. I'm out.